Imagine you've received a treasure map, a map that, if followed, could make you immortal and grant you unimaginable wealth. But this treasure is hidden in a secret place where no one has ever set foot for thousands of years. Would you dare to embark on such an adventure? Today, I'll tell you a story just like that. A tale filled with adventure and heart-pounding excitement every single moment. So, let's dive in the story. At the very start of the story, we see a young man named Bei opening the gate of a beautiful garden as he chases after a girl. Using all his strength, he pulls her close. Moments later, the girl strips off all her clothes and plunges into the water. As they swim and eventually stand before one another, lightning suddenly strikes from the sky, electricity lashing directly onto the girl's shoulder. Her name is Charlie. In that instant, the ground beneath her feet turns soft and quivering, as if alive, and begins to pull her in. Bei desperately struggles to save her, but in the end, the sucking, muddy earth swallows Charlie whole. In a jolt, Bei's eyes snap open. He realizes that he had been dreaming, and that for the past few days, this very dream has haunted him repeatedly. That same afternoon, Bei, along with a couple of friends, visits Kai's house. There, he finds another friend, Yuk, surrounded by men. Yuk had borrowed money from a businessman named Wang, but now he can't repay it, and Wang, as it turns out, is a mafia boss sending his thugs to kill Yuk. Just then, Bei shouts, "Leave my friend alone. Whatever you need, I'll give it to you." Wang retorts, "I want a celestial bone. If you can fetch it for me, I'll let your friend live." In truth, the celestial bone is a magical artifact, one that promises immortality and the promise of untold riches to whoever possesses it. To save his friend, Bei agrees to Wang's proposal, saying, "All right, I'll find it for you." Bei and his friends soon set out to discover where this celestial bone might be hidden. After some searching, they learn that it lies deep inside a cave, and the only way to get there is by following an ancient map, one that is kept in a library. When Bei and his friends arrive at the library, they spot a girl. Bei is astonished, for he has been dreaming of this very girl for so long, though he's never seen her in real life. Even more surprisingly, her name is Charlie, and she is in possession of the only map that shows the way to the cave. Bei tells her, "We need that map." Charlie replies, "I can give you the map, but only if you take me along." Without hesitation, Bei agrees. Together, they set off by boat toward the mysterious cave. A masked man is seen on board, silently watching over everyone. Suddenly, Charlie senses that something is amiss. She notices that her compass is malfunctioning. At that very moment, the old boat begins to shudder violently. They soon realize that something massive has struck its hull. For safety, Bei orders all the passengers below deck. Bei and his friends peer over the sides to discover what hit them, but the surrounding water appears perfectly still. Then, out of nowhere, a colossal monster leaps from the depths and smashes the front of their boat. In the chaos, Charlie is thrown into the river, yet Bei cannot save her. As if that weren't enough, the creature clambers back onto the boat, a beast none of them have ever seen before. Bei, Charlie, and their friends fight the creature with every ounce of strength they have, but its skin is so tough that their blows seem to have no effect. One by one, they try different methods to injure it, but nothing works. Finally, Charlie fires a special arrow straight into the monster's mouth. Terrified, she dives back into the water. Realizing that the monster will attack again, they devise a plan to capture it using the boat's sail. They unfasten the sail and spread it out like a net. When the monster charges once more, they manage to ensnare it with the sail, and with one powerful lunge, shatter its advance. Just when it seems that no one might survive, the mysterious masked man appears once again. With an electric stick in hand, he administers a high-voltage shock to the creature, which then splashes back into the water and escapes. This mysterious man is Dr. San, a scientist who has spent years searching for the celestial bone. When he learns that Bei and his team have uncovered the route to the cave, he quietly joins their group. While they share a meal later, Dr. San reveals that the monster was not a random attacker. It was placed there to guard the celestial bone, and many more dangers lie ahead. Shocked by his revelations, Bei and his friends decide to let Dr. San accompany them on their quest. Shortly thereafter, another girl named Lin arrives. She is Yuk's girlfriend. A few hours later, the group reaches the area marked on the ancient map. Atop a hill stands an old temple, a place long abandoned. Inside the temple, they find nothing but layers of dust. Disheartened at first, they soon discover a hidden ancient switch. When they press it, a secret passage opens, leading them into a vast underground tunnel. After a short walk, they come upon a massive door secured by an ancient lock. Using his wits, Bei manages to unlock and open the door. To their astonishment, they find themselves in an entirely different world beyond the door. Everything is covered in ice. The path below is slick and treacherous, making each step perilous. As they carefully proceed, Charlie slips and falls. When Bei tries to rescue her, he too loses his footing. They quickly realize that the passage leads downward, and soon everyone is sliding uncontrollably. After frantic efforts, Bei manages to slow the slide by using a knife to grip onto something, but then they see attackers coming from behind. In a panic, they look ahead and see that sharp, knife-like blocks of ice lie in wait. If they all crash onto this ice, their end is certain. Noticing a narrow tunnel beside the ice, Bei hurls Charlie toward it, and together the group scrambles toward the safety of the tunnel. Even as Bei nearly tumbles toward death himself, Charlie grabs a hook from her bag and pulls him back. Inside the tunnel, they come to a halt on the ground. For a moment, they believe they might have survived. Yet the cave is pitch dark, and as they cautiously proceed, they encounter the remains of those who ventured here before. Dr. San explains that these are likely the casualties of earlier treasure hunters. Indeed, the ancient map had foretold that a secret door in this cave would lead them further ahead. After some searching, they find the door and attempt to open it. Suddenly, they realize they are not alone. From the darkness, glimmering eyes of aquatic creatures stare at them. Before long, terrifying dogs emerge from the shadows, encircling them. To survive, they must fight. Weapons in hand, they struggle against these ravenous, ferocious beasts that relentlessly attack despite every blow. As their numbers swell, escape becomes imperative. Amid the fray, Bei looks upward and notices a glimmer of light, indicating a way out. Acting quickly, he lights a torch and urges everyone, "Climb up using the vines on the trees. I'll hold them off." But as they begin to climb, the vines supporting them snap under their combined weight, and the wooden beams attached to the vines collapse. Suddenly, sunlight pours into the cave, and they see that the cursed dogs cannot stand the light. They burst into flames and die. Seizing this opportunity, Charlie gathers the fallen vines and, one by one, they climb upward. Just as Bei makes his final ascent, dark clouds roll in, and the sunlight vanishes. In that moment, the ferocious dogs leap upon him, knocking him to the ground and nearly killing him. Yet, as quickly as the clouds cover the sun, they part again, and with the help of his friends, Bei manages to climb up. Once above, the group finds shelter in a city house for the night. Later that evening, as Charlie tends to Bei's wounds, she notices a strange mark on his shoulder. During dinner, she reveals to everyone that she too bears the same cursed mark. She explains that centuries ago, when her ancestors sought refuge in a demon's cave to escape the ravages of war, the demon's slumber was disturbed. In retaliation, it unleashed bizarre creatures that attacked, leaving these mysterious marks on their bodies. According to legend, Anyone bearing this curse cannot live beyond 50 years. That very day, all the elderly in the cave perished, and those who survived were doomed to carry the curse for generations. Charlie continues, I came searching for the celestial bone to free my family from this curse, but I never imagined how terrifying this journey would be. If you wish, you can turn back now and spend the time you have remaining in peace, because if we continue, none of us may ever return. Yet, determined, Bay declares, no matter what, I will secure the celestial bone and free everyone from this curse. The next day, at exactly noon, the team arrives in front of the cave guarded by the terrifying dogs. They had planned to enter the cave when the sun is at its zenith, for that brief window would protect them. But they have only 30 minutes before the sun gradually shifts westward. With time running out, they quickly remove the cards posted on the cave's mouth, descend, and use a key to open an underground door. Soon, they reach another chamber deep beneath the ground. Bay lights a candle he brought, and its glow illuminates the area. After facing numerous perils within this mysterious cave, they realize that every step hides new dangers, so they proceed with utmost caution. Yet, fate strikes again. Bay missteps, and the entire cave trembles. In an instant, hundreds of arrows rain down from all directions. Everyone scrambles desperately to survive. As they attempt to move forward, swords suddenly fly out from beneath a staircase, forcing them to scatter once more to protect themselves. Danger after danger besets them as they inch forward. Thanks to Bay's ingenuity, they eventually reach the chamber where the celestial bone is kept. Bay retrieves the bone, which had been floating in a mysterious void. But just then, Charlie sees a horde of giant monkeys charging toward them. The creatures overwhelm their numbers, making it nearly impossible to fight them off. Observing that the monkeys seem intent only on the celestial bone, Bay risks his life by drawing all the monkeys toward himself, giving the others a chance to escape safely. Yet, Charlie remains behind. Using her help, Bay manages to break free from the monkey's clutches and edges closer to the tunnel's exit. However, each time they try to climb out, the monkeys trap Charlie with a net and drag her down. In a desperate bid to save her, Bay ventures back down, and soon the entire team reconvenes. They refuse to leave anyone behind. By now, more than 30 minutes have elapsed. The sunlight fades, and the door above the tunnel slams shut, trapping them all with the monkeys. In this dire moment, Dr. Sand takes the celestial bone and uses it to lure all the monkeys together, while spreading fuel oil all around. Then, together, they construct a spiked barrier. Once everyone is safely inside, Dr. Sand throws a lighter onto the barrier, and flames instantly engulf the area. One by one, the monkeys burn and die. However, the intense fire and choking smoke make it hard for everyone to breathe, and they realize that this plan, too, was flawed. Suddenly, Charlie notices that the compass in her hand begins spinning wildly in the opposite direction, just as it did earlier on the boat. She realizes they are very close to a river. Understanding that the sound of their impact against the wall might alert a lurking monster, they begin striking the wall. Soon enough, the wall collapses and plunges into the river, and they all seize the opportunity to escape. But Bay observes that a river monster is now chasing them. It is about to catch him when a massive rock breaks free from the cave and crashes onto the beast, pinning it down. After this harrowing escape, we see the survivors traveling by train, returning from a terrifying adventure, ready to finally go home. That night, as Charlie bandages Bay's wounds, she notices a mysterious mark on his shoulder. Over dinner, she reveals that she bears the same cursed mark, a mark said to have been inflicted centuries ago when a demon's cave was disturbed, dooming its occupants to a life of misfortune, with none able to live past 50 years. In a final twist, we learn that the very businessman Wang, who had forced Bay into this quest, was himself a victim of the curse, which is why he was so desperate to obtain the celestial bone. And with that, the story ends. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into your favorite movies. See you in the next video. Bye.